Best Buy has rolled out new features in its mobile app. According to a Best Buy press release, Best Buy is introducing a series of updates to its mobile app aimed at providing customers with a more personalized and engaging shopping experience. These updates leverage technologies such as AI to tailor the app's content to each individual user's preferences, shopping history, and membership status. Some of the key updates include a personalized home screen powered by AI to deliver a unique shopping experience for each user based on their interests and technology journey, a Discover tab to encourage users to explore a wide range of tech products and seasonal assortments through personalized recommendations, live tracking, digital wallet updates, and fifth and finally, personalized push notifications and a new navigation bar. Now, you guys, this is also where A&M wants to come in and put you both on the spot. They want to know they say personalized content tailored to shopper preferences and browsing history, like in Best Buy's app update, can significantly increase the likelihood of making a sale. True. However, in a market where consumers are increasingly watching their spend and looking for the most competitive prices across retailers, how can Best Buy incentivize customers to shop direct on their app versus using search engine based shopping for real time price comparisons? So, Ben, we're going to you first. I'm putting you on the spot. A&M is putting you on the spot. What do you think? How can Best Buy get people to use this brand new app?
Yeah. Okay. Cards on the table. I love this.
You do.
I love this. Love this. Like in isolation, each element is something you've seen before, but I love how Best Buy are bringing it together. Look, I'm currently obsessed with like the shopper journey and how it's being fundamentally disrupted and the opportunities that creates, because to come at the A&M question from a different perspective, it's if you're only competing against on price, then you've literally got one card to play. So what Best Buy is saying is we're going to try and generate demand for a whole different suite of other routes, and we're going to do it based on what we're seeing customer preferences more broadly. And I've got some new research that I'm bringing to Barcelona in a couple of weeks' time on this. I love seeing this. So firstly, you've got AI. Chris, you and I have talked on stage before about how AI has the potential to fundamentally shift CX and UX. You're much more eloquent than I am, so I'm not going to go any more on that. I'm really looking forward to hear what you have to say on this one. But it talks to that conversation. For me, just when we look at the various tricks and tactics that are out there to try and generate demand through other things just from price, it ticks loads of boxes. So when you look at the app, you've got a section for limited time drops. Brilliant. Drive excitement, drive spontaneity. There's some gamification in there. Brilliant engagement. You've got short form video. You've got tech integration. You've got consultation with Best Buy experts. So you've got that stickiness, and you're bringing people into your app through reasons other than just want to buy. It's got loyalty integration. It knows your prior purchases. It can support you with accessories. It's personalized. It's got loads of the little tools and techniques that we're seeing becoming increasingly common. It's bringing them into one place. So look, for me, it's congratulations, Best Buy. Look, I haven't got my hands on it yet, but from what I've seen, I think it looks great.
All right, Chris, where do you fall?
Well, yeah, I mean, thanks, Ben, for that comment on my eloquence too. That was nice. I appreciate that. But for me, I mean, I think there's a couple points I'd make on this, and I think I generally speaking agree with Ben. I think on the surface, and you and I were on the app together yesterday, and we were looking at it. On the surface, it doesn't look like, or maybe it even doesn't sound like much from what you read, Ann. But I would argue, having tried to do this at companies and even tried to do web updates on OmniTalk, that's kind of the beauty of it too, because those things are really hard to do well, where you're not feeling them as the consumer. And I didn't feel them at all. So they were very subtle. And so that's what I really like about it. And that's what Best Buy, generally speaking, is the best, quote unquote, and pun very much intended. That's what Best Buy is the best at doing. They get in front of technological change so they aren't left behind. Yes. And there's 2 points I would make in that regard. So Ben, you mentioned AI. 100%. This is like foundational. It's setting the table for them to deploy different things, likely using generative AI in the future as they think about how the user interface is going to evolve. So can they use generative AI for search? Can they use generative AI to serve up content? That's where this is going. That's why they're doing this. That's why, again, they're ahead of this, because I haven't seen this from other people. And then the last point, which I think is really interesting, is they're also trying to capitalize on the increasing flexibility and new ways to conduct payments via online interfaces. That's something we haven't talked about as much on this show comparatively to generative AI, but I think we're going to start, because I had a really interesting conversation with a company called Skipify this week. And what they showed me in terms of how user interfaces for payments are changing on our e-commerce platforms to make them quicker, faster, to self-identify us, to make fraud less likely, that space is really heating up too. And so I think Best Buy is getting in front of that as well. At least that'd be my estimation, or at least I hope that's what they're doing here.
Yeah, I think that's an important point to hit on too in answering A&M's question, is that that as they continue to bring in some of the tools, even OpenAI just they launched their new set of tools. I'm not sure if that's what Best Buy is using to bring in the AI features that they're talking about in this app or not. But I mean, I think it's only going to get better, and especially Best Buy isn't dumb. They know that price comparison is going to be a key component to any decision making that their customers are doing. And so what I think is so brilliant about this is, like, as the AI gets better, it can serve up price comparisons from other retailers to make sure that as a consumer, I know that I'm getting the best price at Best Buy. And on top of that, I'm getting the order tracking. I'm getting like customized experiences. Like, that's the reason to go to the Best Buy app. And I think that's the foundation that they're laying here right now, is that daily use. Like, I'm going to start going to Best Buy for all of my things. Is going to be my first place, my first destination, because the experience is so solid and so personalized. So I think it's a great move here, and kudos to that Best Buy team, Chris, for all the reasons that you were saying. This is not an easy feat.
That's a great point too, Anne, especially when you talk about service on big ticket, high price electronic items.
For sure.
Knowing when you're going to get something is incredibly, incredibly important. And of course, you always have the price match guarantee in the background too, which if you've done that well, it shouldn't be a concern to begin with. So